country music television has pulled Jason Aldean's new video after it just exploded with controversy in the most... It is in many ways a non-controversy in just about every sense of the word.
Yes.
But it has been pulled because people were calling it a pro-lynching song.
Not even exaggerating.
I'm not exaggerating.
That's what they were saying. And that I didn't know, but he was filming his music video for this song in front of the Tennessee courthouse. And that's apparently where a lynching happened about 100 years ago.
Yep.
I highly doubt Jason Aldean was aware of that when they filmed it, and that has nothing to do with the rest of the
Tennessee's
video
the
or the
country
song.
capital of the world. So.
And they would have hated this song anyway because they hate country music and they hate country music fans, despite the fact that this genre is incredibly popular.
It's actually
they
the
won't
most
deny
popular.
it.
Is that true?
Yeah. Makes the
Morgan
most money out of
Wallen
any
had the
other-
most successful album of this year.
And he's been canceled.
Over Taylor Swift.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen is
But he's still there.
unbelievably popular.
Yep.
It's really funny too because he was on The Voice and he did like a Howie Day song and he was wearing like a cardigan and looked very he looked like he just come
Country
from like
music
a slam.
is a product.
Yeah,
Okay.
he looked like he had just come from a slam poetry event. Like he didn't look like a guy who would end up going into country. But like you said, country music is extremely popular in this country. And they're just mad because in a lot of ways it doesn't portray their values, and they think that everything should portray their values.
So the music video, Chris, you said you had seen it, right?
It's so tame. It's nothing. Can we curse? Am I allowed to curse?
Yeah, go off.
I don't know. I don't want to get you guys in trouble.
Go off if you want to go off.
Go off, man.
Fuck you guys. Seriously. Fuck off. Have you not seen all the other songs that have come out that have done the exact same imagery over the last 2 years? Aaron Lewis's Am I the Only One? Exactly the same. Protest imagery, talking about guns, Progress by John Rich last year. Fuck you guys. Get over yourselves. If Pink can put out Irrelevant, which is talking about whatever, abortion, then it's a murder song. Kiss my ass.
Yep.
Get over it.
Yep.
Keep going.
Like, I mean, look at the way that it was received when Demi Lovato put out that song about abortion. Like, nobody...
Fuck her, too.
None of the conservatives... I mean, we talked about it, but conservatives weren't nearly as outraged as the leftists are about this song. Try that in a small town. They're saying that it's threatening and that it's,
no, it's not.
Inciting violence against people who are anti-cop.
Let's read his statement here. So he said, in the past 24 hours, I have been accused of releasing a pro-lynching song, a song that has been out since May, and was subject to the comparison that I direct quote, was not too pleased with the nationwide BLM protests. These references are not only meritless, but dangerous. There is not a single lyric in the song that references race or points to it, and there isn't a single video clip that isn't real news footage. And while I can try and respect others to have their own interpretations of the song with music, this one goes too far.
Yep. And then Cheryl Crow also responded to the song and said, at Jason Aldean, I'm from a small town. Even people in small towns are sick of violence. There's nothing small town or American about promoting violence. You should know that better than anyone having survived a mass shooting. This is not American or small town like, it's just lame. If you took from that song that it's promoting violence instead of condemning it,
bro, there is no
idiot.
promotion of violence. It is literally dissuading violence. It is saying, do not fuck with me or I will fuck with you back. I will end you. Don't fuck with me. Don't tread on me. That's all it's saying. I'm sorry. Fuck these people. They're so fucking bad faith.
And it's saying the truth, which is that you can get away with this stuff in big
Have you never
cities.
listened to a country song before? This is literally all they talk about.
Yeah.
Small towns. Don't fuck with me.
Yep.
Have you seen Wait in the Truck?
Dude.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep.
Sorry. I get passionate.
I'm going to watch the video on
Or
silent
Read Me
real
My
quick.
Rights, which is literally about defending women from violence.
Come on.
Yep. They said, who let Bert cuss? I let Bert cuss.
Thank
We
you.
gave him permission.
That felt great.
Look, and this is the thing, right? They shift the blame, they shift the narrative. They don't point out the fact that many other genres of music have violent imagery, actual violent imagery, we literally had the Wire Fraud song the other day that we.
Look
that
at
we played.
drill rap, dude.
Rap, and like as somebody who loves rap music, I don't see rap music as something where I believe that it's a push to violence. It's telling a story. It's music, right? And we just had the bills that were passed in New York and California that say that you can't use a person's rap lyrics against them in a court of law. And I've never heard not one peep from anyone about the dangers of that. Because if you say that there's danger in rap music having violent imagery, you're called a conspiracy theorist or you're called racist. And that's not, I don't think that that's right either. I think your music is your music, your art is your art, and you're allowed to tell the stories or convey the image that you want to convey. And that as soon as you start putting caps on art, you're going down a very, very dark path.
Sam Smith has simulated sex acts in his music. Okay, not even just Sam Smith, pop music in general. All these rap songs talk about violence, but you have one guy that's trying to say, literally, don't be violent with me. And that all of a sudden now you're promoting violence. You don't fucking care about what you actually say you care about.
Well, no, they're using it for the ability to make political
Well,
enemies.
if he's promoting violence, he's using examples of the violence
That's
that they
yours!
promoted.
That's you guys!
Right.
Sorry.
Which is interesting.
Just putting a mirror up to them.
Right. They're like, God, that's violence. But it's not violence, but it is.
Yep. I put the lyrics up on screen in case people don't know what the lyrics to the song
Look at
are.
the click on the annotations.
These are the most country lyrics I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm watching it with
Because
captions
people have
right
been
now.
adding annotations to the lyrics,
Okay.
misinterpreting what he meant by them.
So go ahead.
they're
You want to
promoting
read
violence.
these?
So
Mary?
this one says, sucker punch somebody on a sidewalk, carjack an old lady at a red light, pull a gun on the owner of a liquor store. And this annotation says, right off the bat, Jason starts with making inflammatory statements. All these crimes are commonly stereotyped as what urban African Americans do.
He's got the videos. He's got the receipts, guys.
It's not about that.
No.
Anybody could commit these
Right.
crimes. It has
The
nothing
person
to do with what you look like.
analyzing
So
this
the next
just made
one-
it about race.
The next one is, you think it's cool, well, act a fool if you like. And this annotation says, this is a literary technique called a dog whistle, where Jason uses coded language to garner support without provoking opposition. Here, the use of African-American slang signals the urban-rural divide and can be interpreted in a black versus white lens, allowing the listener to project their racial anxieties.
Which is, of course, as we know, the writer tells on themselves by making it about that when there's none
Exactly
of that.
what the
Next.
previous writer did.
Stomp on the flag and light it up. And this annotation says, the singer is equating protected free speech with various assaults and crimes, showing a clear lack of understanding and disregard for legal protection.
He's not talking about whether it's legal or not. He's saying that they would find it morally repugnant to do so, whether
wanna
you
really-
agree with it or not.
You want to really piss him off? He was talking about the pride flag, about stomping on that and probably going to fire.
And then the next lyric, see how far you make it down the road. Okay, I played a podcast that was released by TMZ talking about this song, and they took this lyric to mean a direct reference to Ahmaud Arbery.
The you think you're tough part?
No, the see how far you make it down the road, because he was running on a road.
Oh, get the fuck over yourselves, guys.
That's what they interpreted it as.
This is critical
They're
race
actual
theory at its
conspiracy
finest. You
theorists.
start with the
Wait,
something was racist here. What is it?
The annotation here says Aldean employs irony in his lyrics as he believes he and his small town boys could stop delinquency despite not doing so in 2017.
Yeah, dude. The mass shooting that happened in Las Vegas was totally comparable to street delinquency. And it totally wasn't a sketchy, like, fed,
We still don't know what happened with that.
like, mysterious
Yep.
crime that was probably aided by the government.
He says, round here we take care of our own. Another usage of irony is Aldean was born in a city of 150,000 people and currently resides in
Also,
Nashville, a
he's
city of over 500,000
Literally
people.
one of the victims of a mass shooting,
Yep.
and yet they are weaponizing that against him and telling him you should have stopped it,
Yep. That's what they're saying.
which is exactly the message of the song.
Right.
I truly hate these people sometimes, you know?
It's hilarious because I always wonder what it is that they decide out of all the songs,
Where
right?
do you get the balls, you know?
No, not that. I'm saying like what made this one the one that became such a hotbed? There's 1,000 songs that could be
So
interpreted.
this one says, full of good old boys raised up right. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town. This one says, here, Jason Aldean may refer to the Good Old Boys Roundup, a whites-only law enforcement event held annually in southern Tennessee, not far from the courthouse lynching site where the promotional video was shot. At the Good Old Boys Roundup, threats toward African Americans such as O.J. Simpson, MLK Jr. were prominent, as well as references to crime in predominantly black urban areas.
From Boys in the Hood.
Abolish universities.
Yeah, get rid of the humanities. Doctors, lawyers, that's it.
I'm a humanities graduate, so I know that they are dog shit.
Yeah.
And then for See How Far You Make It Down the Road, this annotation says, this is a direct reference to lynching and vigilantism. The singer is threatening violence against a straw man.
Do they do this for the song WAP? Or any Tupac song, which I love. Like, I would love to look at what that is. The idea there, then that's fine, because...
Well, the difference in their minds is rap music belongs to black people, country music belongs to white people, and they universally demonize white people.
Yep.
That's how they think.
Absolutely.
And they also called him a
succinct.
fascist in the last one.
A fascist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I just can't believe, like, I do wonder. I say, why this song? Like, out of all, like, did they just wake up one day and this decided to be the song that they had a problem with, or were there other songs?
Well, they're doing him a favor because they're helping his song get more listens and streams, because people are...
I never would have listened to it.
they're
Because some liberal arts major with blue hair decided one day they were going to listen to a country song and went, meanwhile, that's literally all country songs are. I'm sorry, you are not cultured.
And weirdly, the country music establishment, I guess I would call it, is trying to sanitize what country music has always stood for, by promoting the leftists who are bringing drag queens on stage in their performances of country songs, and, you know, celebrating women in country music because they've been held down, which is not true. And, you know, they want to
that is so not true.
dissociate from people like Morgan Wallen, despite being one of the most successful country artists right now, because he said the N-word when he was drunk one time.
Give me a break.
Yep.
And he's clearly, like, risen from the ashes of being canceled for that by far, and it makes them mad.
Yeah, I don't think the cancellation had any effect.
No.
And this song is now number 1 on iTunes, so
Good.
he's laughing all the way to the bank on this, but he's
Starting
being
on
demonized.
Amazon Music as well.
I do recommend listening to the TMZ. The TMZ appraisal of this song was one of the most infuriating. I don't know what it was about it. There was something about these two dudes sitting there over analyzing something that's in just taking every aspect of the song in the most uncharitable possible way. That was just absolutely infuriating to me personally.
see it.
But and just think, they could do this for just about everything, right? Like any genre of music, art wouldn't be safe.
This is what liberal arts does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.